your character Adam, he's charming but dangerous. So what excited you about playing someone with that duality?
Oh, it was a great challenge as an actor. And, I've done a lot of work in the comedy space and have had a lot of fun playing, slightly broader comedic roles. But doing a character like this that had a much more complex psychology was just really exciting. And I felt nervous to go to work every day. And, it was a huge amount of prep for me as an actor. But yeah, just this amazing challenge and an exhilarating experience getting the opportunity to play a villain.
What makes the Tanner family the perfect target, without spoiling anything, of course? What makes the Tanner family the perfect target for Adam's Revenge?
Well, I think people quite like this is sort of subgenre that's very popular right now of watching these really affluent families in their gilded cage having to suffer and be brought down a notch or two. And I think it's certainly at the heart of Malice as a show is seeing this family that seemingly have it all, having some pain inflicted upon them by my character.
Where did the idea of this story come from? What drew you to explore revenge and deception in this intimate family setting?
Came from two places, really. Myself and my producing friends Tim and Imogen, we bizarrely all realised that we knew families who'd had a Manny recently, and the family dynamic had been really affected by this sort of young man coming into these families. And we were very aware of the sort of scary nanny genre. And I just thought there was a great opportunity to re-energise that or reframe that genre by having a man in there and to do it with some wit and to have quite a complicated, I hope, sort of well-built, psychologically well-built family. And at the same time, because I know Jack well and we've worked together a number of times, in the same meeting we went, and wouldn't it be great if Jack was up for that role? So the role of Adam was very much sort of built for Jack and with Jack, because in many ways he's the perfect Manny. Superficially presents as charming and funny and skilled, and you'd be delighted to have him around. So he makes sense for the family to have there. But I also knew there was a side of Jack as a performer that we hadn't had a chance to see, so that was really exciting. And I think having him in the lead makes the show hopefully pop in a way that it might not so much with a more established sort of drama actor.
I was going to make some cocktails.
I got one.
You ever had a gin colada? Pina colada, but made with gin, not rum.
Ugh, sounds disgusting.
Sounds disgusting, but actually mind-blowing. Have you got a blender?
Yeah, keep looking. It must be somewhere there.
I can't see it. Is it somewhere obvious? I'm being thick.
That was the first dance at our wedding, remember?
Yes. I wanted you to. I still haven't found what I'm looking for. There you go.
Hey, who are you texting all the time? Ooh, you got a boyfriend?
Marjorie.
What's his name?
Joel, apparently, if he exists.
Neek.
Joel, apparently.
Nice skills.
Used to work as a barman in a hotel. Had to make my money in tips.
I haven't had cocktails or danced like this in forever. We need to dance more. We need to drink more.
We do. As long as it doesn't lead to another trip to rehab, my darling.
It wasn't a fucking rehab. No, it was a spa.
It was a spa.
What do you hope audiences kind of take away from Malice in terms of some of the themes explored? What does this show say about trust, ambition, or the dangers of letting the wrong person in?
Right, yeah. When we were planning the show, we were aware that we knew a few people who'd spent longer kind of vetting their dog walker than who looks after their kids. So that's maybe wealthy families for you. But yeah, it's a revenge story. And that's part of the reason we decided to set it in Greece. Half of the show is set in Greece, partly because that's where you think a wealthy family might have their holiday home, but also because you're tapping into those Greek themes. And in episode 1, Adam's character talks about Nemesis. So in many ways, he is sort of like a Greek fury, bringing down, an arrogant, hubristic Jamie. But I tend not to think about themes when I write, really. I'm really just trying to write great characters who might surprise you, and people who feel complicated, and who you might at some point, you know, with Adam, you find him scary and sinister, and other times, hopefully, he's sort of pitiful and vulnerable and funny. And so really I'm a character writer, and I tend to sort of, I'm aware of the themes, but I sort of forget about them if I can. That's just the way I do it. But the other plan was to make sure it was really entertaining, so that it was, as well as being dramatic and thrilling, that there was some dark wit in it all the time.